Here's the thing about Hollywood. They don't come up with very many original ideas. They're like basically doing the same thing over and over again. Like basically every time there's a new thing. Now, every now and again something really comes and it's like redone really nicely, even though like it's not Hollywood. Like I watched Godzilla minus one, and that was a sick movie because it like just brought back the old style horror of what Godzilla was supposed to be before like Destroya and King Ghidorah and all those guys came out with, right? So I expect a remake of a classic film that doesn't need to be remade. Not Patrick Swayze, but Jake Gyllenhaal. But I'm a huge fan of Donnie Darko. But everyone was wondering, what is Conor McGregor doing in this film? Like, what role does he play? Now he's playing like the bad guy. So like the lead dude who like comes in and works for the billionaire bad guy or something. I don't know. I haven't watched the original Roadhouse. But I'm talking about Conor McGregor for this episode of the Live from the MMA podcast, because excuse me, I think it's an indicator that Conor is just past his fighting phase in life for good, and I think he doesn't really. I don't know how seriously he's going to be taking this Michael Chandler fight, because he's going to be so busy doing the celebrity stuff that he's going to fall short on the fighting stuff. And Michael Chandler has been dialed in, waiting for this fight for a long time. And I know Michael Chandler says he's here for a good time, not a long time. I really think that Conor McGregor is one of those guys he's going to beat just because Conor's so checked out. And I don't hate Conor completely. You know, if he has celebrity status, he's got a big name, do motion pictures, things that don't require taking brain damage to make money, without a doubt, do it. You know, because the more time you spend in that octagon, the more you're going to be messed up in the later years of your life. So I don't hate Conor McGregor for wanting to check out of it, even though he is going to fight Michael Chandler at 185. But I just don't see that fight going in his favor. I'll be impressed if it does. You know, he could prove us all wrong. But just seeing how he's relapsed and got injured, and you don't know how the steroids and the alleged steroids, I'm not going to say I know that for sure because I can't prove anything, or the alleged drugs or the extra muscle are going to affect his cardio. But and all that's alleged. I can't prove he took any of that. I want to make that a very clear emphasis. But I have a theory that, you know, Conor's not really acting in this movie. I really think that in this film they like just put Conor McGregor on screen and allegedly let him do his favorite substance that allows him to get high energy. You know what I'm talking about? And they just let him go on camera and do all of his scenes. I would not be surprised if he was on any sort of substance while he was filming his scenes. But at the end of the day, good for Conor McGregor for making that transition. I just don't see that. I think this kind of stuff is just going to affect the rest of what we're going to see of him in the octagon. It's been like another 2 or 3 years since he's fought. And how did his last fight go? I just think with all the stuff going on, I think he's ready to stop. And I think he's probably just got both feet out the door and just wants to ride it out one last time. But I am looking forward to seeing this movie. And maybe his last fight with Michael Chandler, if that ends up being his last fight. I really hope he does the Nate Diaz trilogy, but, you know, like I said, this is a clear indicator that I think he is checking out almost. And we might not see that Diaz trilogy. And because if we were to see the Diaz trilogy, I think Diaz would have won at this point. But that's my very unorganized take on Conor McGregor and Roadhouse. Peace out. Allegedly.